This morning, Ibby went to our cafe, made me a coffee, came back to me, and then went back to work. Bloody legend. Absolute bloody legend. So I'm so happy that I'm sipping up my signature iced latte. If you haven't tried one of these, what is wrong with you? I've been getting mine with like 4 shots lately because I just drink one every day, that the coffee taste is like starting to not be strong anymore because I'm just drinking it every single day. I really want to just I just want to be a daily vlogger, and I keep trying to like start my vlogs and I'm like, oh, I don't do anything interesting. All I do is work. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to film me working. I'm just going to show you guys what I do to run my cafe. And I have, at the moment, it's become such a phenomenon on like Instagram and TikTok, which makes me so happy. But at the same time, I hate Instagram and TikTok. Like, not that I hate it, but my hair's really bothering me. We are becoming popular on social media, which makes me really happy because that is my skill. My skill is like marketing, social media. That is what I bring to the table. But not only that, I've actually created so much of the business when it comes to the cafe, the systems and the recipes and all these things. But as we are getting bigger and bigger, I'm thinking that it's getting hard for me to work inside the kitchen and build the business as well. Like, it's getting really difficult because I'll work for 9 hours and then I don't have the energy and the capacity to do all the back end things. I'm here at my desk on my day off on a Monday because the last 4 weeks I've made Monday my day off, and it's been the best thing ever to actually have just one day off to do my washing, to wash my sheets, to shave my ass. Like, I low-key love my desk setup because I just have my laptop in the corner, my monitor, my keyboard and mouse. It's super simple, but super effective. I completed the rostering. See, like, I feel like these things are going to be boring, but maybe to someone that like runs a cafe or is interested in business, it wouldn't be boring. So I'm just going to tell you guys what I'm doing. So I've created a massive Notion. Let me show you guys my Notion. So this is my Notion. Basically, I have everything to do with the borough and then everything to do with what Ibby and I actually focus on. So at the moment, we're planning our quarterly goals for the year. For the year of 2026, our goals for next year, what we're going to do each quarter. And we've never done this before. I don't think I've ever done this before in my life because I'm just like a go with the flow kind of person. But obviously, it's going to be very beneficial if we can actually have our quarterly goals. And we've also made it that each goal is assigned to either me or Ibby. And this doesn't mean that that person has to complete it alone, but it means that they become responsible for it, because the two of us working together, we might like be like, okay, we need to do this, and this. But making one person accountable for it, I think, is going to be such a game changer next year. Not that we have someone to point the finger at, but we do have someone to point the finger at. So if it's like signage is Ibby's task and it doesn't get done in the first quarter. Okay, Ibby, why did it not get done? What did you do? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like making someone accountable for it, such a game changer, because we do all these daily things already. Like, we both have our roles and we both already do all these different things. So it's like you're doing your daily task, but then also, you know, working towards your new goals as well. So today I'm a little bit overwhelmed at my desk, okay? But I did want to time block my days so that I make sure I get things done. I love time blocking, especially on my days off. On my days on, I tend to just go in and do whatever, which is also not good. I think I should still time block. But honestly, towards the end of this year, it's just been so exhausting. But I am going to see, okay, what is the most pressing issue? What is the biggest thing that we need to do? Okay. Oh, there's so much. Because we also have another exciting thing in the works, which is our potential own brand of something. That's all I'm going to say. This would be important. Okay, I've just done my freaking time blocking. I love time blocking. If anyone has ADHD or kind of gets distracted, time blocking is like the most scientific way to trick yourself into getting things done. It is 10:40 a.m. and I'm finally getting into some work. I slept for like 12 hours, I kid you not. I really needed it, to be honest. So I'm gonna lock in for an hour and then I'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Okay, can you see how I'm like putting in organize my Notion tasks lists? So I have one spot with all my current tasks. I'm trying to figure out if we close on certain days over the next few weeks, because it is coming the holidays, and obviously everyone wants a day. I need to find out what my staff what are my staff availabilities. I gotta send a message to all my staff to see when they are available over the holidays, to see if we can get some time off, because I would love to have a couple days closing. But if some people are available to work, then we can stay open.
Christmas.
Christmas.
Making orders. Alright.
Oh.
This should be good.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, perfect. I'm just gonna figure
Alright.
out everybody else's availabilities. I feel like all the time, I'm really lacking in feeding myself during the day. So I get really like tired early on. I have like no energy to do anything. So I am eating some chicken and rice. Yes, I eat with my hands. I'm so susceptible to just like sitting and watching things. Like, how do people maintain that self-control? How do they maintain self-control when it comes to watching things like TikToks, Instagram, YouTube videos, but then stop doing it because it is so addictive? I'm like getting really, really sick of it. After I do a bit more work, I'm going to go for a walk. I feel so disconnected with Mother Nature. It's insane, but it's daytime, so I'm definitely going to go for a walk in the forest. It's actually a little bit scary. I do get a little bit scared walking in the forest because it's the forest. I am now going for a walk halfway through my work day, my at-home work day. I'm just walking in the forest, which I'm a little bit scared about, honestly, because there's just been a mass shooting in my city. From what I know, a lot of people come to Australia for like safety, and I'm quite like grateful to live in Australia because of how safe it does feel compared to other places in the world. Like, it does feel really safe. So obviously that's a bit like, I'm already scared to walk around the world, and that just, makes me feel quite uneasy. Work does consume my whole life. Like, no, sorry, I don't want to say that. Work consumes so much of my personality, I would say. The thing with running a business is that it is like almost 24/7. I know it's not. I get to sleep and I get to have a few hours off work per day. Thank God now I have Mondays off, which is lovely, but a lot of my time is consumed by work. So it starts to feel like I lose my personality, and a lot of my development and time is put into the cafe, and it's becoming my life's work. I hate feeling like I'm losing myself because there's all these like great things happening. For example, I feel like I'm building a community. I feel like I'm becoming successful. I feel like I'm making a big difference when it comes to the business, and I think what I'm growing and like really proud of as well. Very, very proud of it. There's all these other things that I still have to do, and other things that I'm getting involved in, which I think is stressing me out a little bit. Like, and I'll just like say it. So for example, the cafe I started, and there's also 2 other businesses under the same business, and now Ibi and I are slowly taking over all of them, or like I would say that I'm getting more involved in all of them, which is really stressful, and I'm kind of like scared because it's somebody else's work that I'm going to then change, work on, and that is like more responsibility than starting my own thing and that becoming successful. Like, I guess that I'm dealing with that fear of not being able to do this other thing. But yeah, I just got to get over that and keep going. I think the main thing for me is the losing of my personality, or maybe the change in my personality. And oh my gosh, the spider web. I feel a little bit dead inside. I can't even lie. Like, I do feel a little bit numb, I would say. And that might be some emptiness from success. Not to say that like, oh my God, I've hit my top of success, like this is how successful I want to be, and I'm like so proud. It's like I really feel like I have a lot more work to do when it comes to the business, but I'm saying like I've gotten to a point where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm actually really proud of what I've done. I feel like the last year of work has actually paid off. And then a settling feeling of emptiness, of this is just one part of your life and there's so many other parts of it, and there's so many other things that I need to grow and focus on. Yeah, I guess it's hard because I am working with my husband as well, which can be awesome, but also, you know, it's like it does feel like it is our baby. It feels like the business is our baby. And you know, like people say, don't have a baby until you've like enjoyed your time with your husband or you've lived your life. And it literally, I'm not saying that having a business is like a baby, but a lot of people do say that, like, because it is something you have to constantly take care of. And then being in a relationship, it's like, well, the business becomes number one. And like navigating that is so interesting because it does take like the two people to make the effort and decisions. I guess it's kind of like, I mean, I'm enjoying this walk, but I feel like my days become very repetitive, and I think that's a good thing. I think it's a hard thing to deal with. Like, that's the reason why I like business, is because it is different most days, but at the moment it's very repetitive, and that is something I struggle to deal with. I saw this thing somewhere and it was like, do something different every day, like have a different drink every day, or like walk down a different route every day, just to keep your mind kind of stimulated. And I think also like not forgetting about the things that I like, because it feels like I do have to choose. I'm gonna start walking. I actually don't know where I am, but I'm gonna start walking. It feels like I have to choose between enjoying my life and doing all the things that I like to do. For example, social media, YouTube. I love nature. I wish like I could live a soft girl reading a book, doing nothing lifestyle. I know that's not a lifestyle, like that's not a thing, that's not an option, but like that kind of vibe versus being such a hustler and working on this business. And kind of like, I mean, I guess the thing is, it does like strengthen me in ways that I've never been strengthened before. I thought I was already so like mentally strong from things that I've been through in my life, and it feels like this is making me even more mentally strong. I think this is just thought processes at the end of the day, you know, how something is how you look at it. So if I'm saying, oh, it's deteriorating my mental health and it's doing this and it's doing that, then that will be the case. But if I think of it like this is building my mental strength, then I'm working hard while I have energy, and I'm also doing it in hopes that in a few years time that I can relax a little bit more and do the things that I want to do. But at this time, this is my time for building and sacrifice. And I guess I'm not going to call it sacrifice, because the cool thing about it is that there's people around me, there's a team, I'm really not doing it all alone. I just realized I have such a victim mentality from what I was just saying. So wait, let me take it back. Actually, no, let me just say what I was going to say, which is I feel like I have such a victim mentality just then, because I'm like, oh my gosh, work is really stressful and it's hard and da-da-da. But again, like I have free will, and I'm really showing myself right now that I have free will by going on this walk, because I could say work is stressful, I don't have time to do my activities, but I can wake up 3 hours earlier from work, exercise, spend time with myself, edit a video. Like I have that free will. I have that option. That is a choice that I can choose. And also, what the heck? I was going to say something. Oh yeah, it does feel like I'm under a lot of pressure. It, like at the moment, every time I go to work, I'm low-key crying. Like I'm crying when I go to work. And that reminds me of when I was in high school. I used to cry before school. Like, and not when I was young. When I was older, I would be like, I had this unexplained anxiety and I would just cry before school, and I'd still go to school, but like I just was so anxious. And I think it's the pressure and maybe the feeling that I can't deal with the pressure. I feel like that's the thought process, that I can't deal with the pressure. Maybe I'm gonna come out stronger. Maybe this is my opportunity to prove to myself. I wish I brought my freaking mic. Sorry if it's loud. But I feel like it's my opportunity to prove myself with this anxiety that I'm feeling, that I can overcome it and it doesn't define me, and I can make choices that make things easier for me. And I think I really need to do that, because I can't go through life just being so anxious and feeling like I can't deal with the pressure of things. So I need to inject some courage and confidence into me and really get shit done and believe in myself as well. Okay, I think I'm like 10 minutes away from, I don't know if I'm gonna get a coffee or an orange juice. I kind of feel like an orange juice.